business partner, and we've tried everything and it's just not happening. So I just wanted to come out here today and just talk to you about how are you dealing with this coronavirus situation. And so I got to get grounded myself. There's just been so much havoc in the last hour that I'm just like, ugh. So the way that I have dealt with it is using my energy management techniques. And for this particular video, I just want to talk to you about the one that I love, that I'm very biased towards, and that is emotional freedom techniques, or also known as meridian tapping. And Morgan was going to come on this and we were going to talk together, and we will do that. We just have to figure out what's going on with technology, because we've tried various avenues and it's still not working. So emotional freedom technique is a way that helps me to calm my immune system response, that fight or flight response, and it's very, very powerful, because it's communicating with your body, and you're saying things that might appear to be negative, but yet the body remains calm while you're doing it. So I'm going to keep this video somewhat brief today, but I felt like I needed to show up and show you how I'm dealing with things and with all of this coronavirus scare and pandemic. And so again, probably the number one thing is that I'm managing my energy as best that I can. I do a daily energy routine by Donna Eden, and I do like the tapping technique, and just some different energy tricks. The common denominator is just all the energy. Hi, Steve. I don't see Morgan has joined just yet, so I'm not sure what's going on with that, because she's going to join in the comments and just kind of comment along. But so I think the common denominator is managing energy, because we're made of energy. And so there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of fear. And I'm a Libra. I'm about the scales and the balance. Yeah. Thank you, Steve. I'm about scales and balance. And, this is about balancing out a couple of things for me. On one side of it is balancing the now Morgan's watching. Hey, Morgan. On one side is just balancing out all the fear energy off the screen. Okay. And then also taking action, taking decisive action and not burying our head in the sand. So staying out of fear, but also staying out of denial, because some people are flippant and very, very sort of pie in the sky Pollyanna about this, like, oh, well, it's not affecting me, so all's well. And I think that there's that balance there, staying out of fear and panic, but also staying informed and decisive and making smart decisions right now. So staying out of the public as much as possible, but self-quarantine at home, even if we're healthy. That just makes sense, to buy people time, to buy the people out there time to figure out how to manage the situation, because we could have an onslaught in our hospitals of a lot of people, and we don't have the ICU bed capacity to handle all of that. So I'm just sort of sharing a sort of a global view of how I'm thinking about this. Let's do the smart thing, try to keep ourselves indoors as much as possible, at least, in our home. Outside in our backyard's fine, but and then also staying out of fear and panic, because everything is working for good. So that's sort of my soapbox about all of this. So what is this tapping technique? If you haven't ever heard of it, it is a technique to help calm your part of the brain, the back of your brain, the amygdala, that sends you into fight, flight, or freeze response when, you get triggered by things. And so it's so easy to get triggered. Like, I got slightly triggered just by all this technology stuff leading up to trying to do this call with Morgan this morning. And I realized, okay, I'm not going to let that defeat me. I want to be able to have a message and talk to you about it. And thank you, whoever's watching. I see Morgan and Steve, you're out there. So this is not about exactly teaching you how to tap, because I will put in the comments below a link on how to tap. And I'm also going to say, join our Facebook group. It's a private Facebook group. And it's called The Shifters, and it's Women's Holistic Empowerment, because life is too short to be anything but you. So we'll put that in the links in the comments below too, that if you want to join that group, we're going to be putting out regular Facebook Lives in that group to just help you with whatever's going on and whatever's going on with us. Like, we will share what's going on with us personally, because chances are you're having very similar experiences. Morgan's got a little boy, Lucas, who's a year old, and right now with her husband working and different things, it's hard to take time to do stuff like this. What if he cries? And a lot of kids are at home right now, and there's a lot of disruptions in life. There's a lot of distractions. And so, yes, the Shifters, sorry, thank you, Morgan. The Shifters, Women's Holistic Empowerment. I don't even know what I said. I thought that's what I said. But so there's a lot going on right now, and a lot of distractions, a lot of unknowns. So we can use emotional freedom technique, meridian tapping, to help calm that nervous system and help us to feel more grounded and more centered. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? So let's just do, I've only got a few more minutes right now, so let's just do a real quick little exercise to help calm the nervous system, so that when we bring blood back to our brain, our prefrontal cortex, we can actually think more clearly, and we can make decisions that are going to benefit us as well as everybody else around us. So I'm just tuning into whatever I'm feeling right now, and let's just tap. So again, without going into a lot of detail about why it works and all of that, let's just do a couple minutes of tapping. So what you do is you're going to go to the side of the palm. This is the karate chop point. I'm reading Steve's comment. Checking in on family and friends is also a good thing to stay connected, of course. I know that the other day Steve did this. He made so many outreach calls and texts, and it just left him feeling really good at the end of the day, because I know personally I have felt a little guilty, like I'm not doing enough, right? And so that's why I'm doing this now, because I want to make sure that you know that I do care about you very much. And I'm still doing all my normal client stuff. I just do it on Zoom, or I do it over the phone. So for me as a coach, it's been a fairly easy shift. So anyway, what we're going to do with the tapping is you just go to the side of the palm. This is called the karate chop point. And this is the setup part of EFT. So I just asked you to follow along. There's a few tapping points that I'm going to be tapping on, and I'll show them to you. The first one's at the beginning of the eyebrow right here. The second one's at the side of the eye right here, under the eye, under the nose, right in the crease of the chin, the collarbone, so right here towards the center of your throat. And then the next one's underneath your armpit, so about 3 inches underneath your armpit, top of the head, moderate pressure while we're doing this, and then at the wrist. There's 3 meridians here. There are lots more meridians, but these are the ones we're going to tap on today. So I invite you to, if you can and it's safe, to close your eyes and take a deep breath and let that out, and just come into your body. Like, notice your body right now, and if you're sitting down, just notice where you're sitting and what you may be feeling in your body. Maybe you're feeling some stress or anxiety in your chest area, or in your stomach area, in your gut, or in your head. Maybe there's congestion, whatever it is. Just notice what's going on in your body, and take another deep breath. Okay, now go to the side of the palm. Just tap there. You can take both hands together like that too. Even though it feels like there's so much chaos going on right now, and you just repeat in your mind or out loud what I'm saying. So again, even though there's so much fear and chaos going on right now, I love and accept myself anyway. And we're going to tap slowly as we do this. Say that, we're going to say something like that 2 more times. Hi, Linda. Even though there's so much fear and chaos going on in my own mind, I deeply and completely love and accept myself and all of these feelings. And one more time. Even though there's all this fear and chaos going on in my mind and in the world right now, I love and accept myself and all of my feelings. Okay, now start tapping at the beginning of the eyebrow point. All this fear and chaos. And just repeat that. We're stating a reminder phrase. Side of the eye. All this fear and chaos in the world. Under the eye. All this fear and chaos in my own mind and heart. Under the nose. I acknowledge what I'm feeling right now. Chin. My feelings are all okay right now. And then go to the collarbone. All this fear and chaos in the world right now. Under the arm. I acknowledge how I feel. Top of the head. I'm not doing this thing perfectly, meaning life, the coronavirus situation, fill in the blank. I'm not doing this properly. Go to the wrist. I feel like I could be doing more for my fellow man. Okay, now go back to the eyebrow point. Feeling insecure right now. Side of the eye. Feeling all this fear right now. Under the eye. Feeling very inadequate right now. Under the nose. The fear of the unknown. Chin. Fear of how this will affect our economy. Collarbone. Fear of how this will affect my personal family. Me. Under the arm. Will we struggle financially? Top of the head. Will we lose business, clients, whatever, fill in the blank? Wrist. Will we lose our health or our life? Eyebrow. Will my family members get sick or my friends? Side of the eye. So much unknown. Under the eye. I acknowledge all of this fear. Under the nose. And I'm doing the best that I can. Chin. Even though it feels like it's not enough. Collarbone. And like the world's gone to hell in a handbasket. Under the arm. I acknowledge all this fear. Top of the head. And it's still okay for me to relax in this moment. Wrist. I'm okay in this moment. Eyebrow. No matter what's going on around me, side of the eye, I'm still okay in this moment. Under the eye. How do I know that? Under the nose. Because I'm alive. Chin. I'm still breathing. Collarbone. And although the coronavirus has triggered my fear response, under the arm, I'm going to get through this. Top of the head. Many of us are going to get through this. Wrist. and some will die. Eyebrow. People will always be dying. Side of the eye. And this is not in my control. Under the eye. By the way, you can do either side, it doesn't matter. So much is not in my control. Under the nose. So I choose to surrender to this moment. Chin. I choose to stay as grounded as possible so that I can help me and others. Collarbone. I choose to make the best decisions that I can. Under the arm. I choose to relax as much as possible. Top of the head. Everything is working out okay. Wrist. Even though I may not see the full picture. All is well. Okay, just rest your arms and take a deep breath because I know I need to wrap up here. Thank you, Morgan. And Morgan was going to join me on the call today. She is my business partner, and she sends her regrets that she wasn't able to join and do this. We just couldn't get it to work today. But we're both very resilient. We're both very persistent, and we will make it work. I invite you to check in with yourself right now and what you're feeling in your body. Do you feel a little bit more calm? So tap like this. Just tap. You can tap and talk. Morgan and I do feel very grounded, and we are all about women's holistic empowerment. And so please, we're going to put a note below, a comment with a link to join the Shifters. That's what we call ourselves. Steve actually thought of that, my husband. The Shifters Women's Holistic Empowerment Facebook group. It's a private Facebook group. We will be putting these types of videos out regularly just to help during this time. And really, this time is no different from other times in that there's always going to be stuff going on. There's always going to be something out there outside of us that's going to, give us the opportunity to get off balance, to get out of harmony with life, with ourselves. And so this is just a bigger thing. A lot more people are experiencing this time right now. It's just different in that way. But really, it's just more of the same stuff of life. Okay? And so, I invite you to go out there and join that Facebook group. And Morgan, in the comments, is there anything else that you would like people to be aware of or anything? We'll be doing another one. I'm going to be showing some videos. Hey, Rachel. You have to go back and listen because I'm about to sign off. We'll be doing some other videos on energy management techniques and how to keep your energy strong and grounded during this time and during any time. So we're creating a lot of really good habits right now that we can take over. So I invite you to just think about that. Like, what are some little habits of health that you can create, habits of wellness that you can create right now? And I see Morgan has put the link to our Shifters Facebook group. And yeah, so thank you so much for listening. And Morgan says the same. Thank you so much. And we really, really appreciate you. And we really want to support you. And hang in there. Everything is all okay. And it's working out for good, whether we understand the big picture or not. So I'm signing off for now. And take care. Love you too, Jennifer. Thank you so much, Rachel. And I think Linda is out there, Morgan and Steve. Have a wonderful, blessed rest of your day. Bye.